Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, around 3 a.m. or 5 a.m., unable to fall back asleep? Have you wondered why this happens so frequently, as if there's a force beyond your control that stirs you from your rest? This could be more than just a coincidence. It may very well be a divine invitation, a call to listen, to reflect, and to pray. Let's take a moment to recognize that God does not operate on the same time schedule that we do. While we live in a world defined by hours, minutes, and seconds, God exists in the eternal present. For Him, time is a tool, not a constraint. In His wisdom, He can speak to us when we are most open to hearing His voice, when the noise of the day is silenced and our hearts are at their most receptive. This often happens in the stillness of the early hours. The Bible reminds us that God speaks in the silence, Psalm 46:10, and it is in these moments of stillness that we can hear Him clearly. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. there is a quietness in the air. The distractions of the world are at a minimum, and the day has not yet begun to overwhelm our minds. This is the time when God often seeks to communicate with us on a deeper level. When God wakes you up at these early hours, He is inviting you into a sacred moment of prayer and reflection. This is not just about the physical act of waking up. It's about the spiritual awakening that He wants to happen within you. He's calling you to seek His presence, to reflect on His promises, and to align your heart with His purpose for your life. Now, it's easy to dismiss these moments and roll over in frustration, wishing for more sleep. But the truth is, there is power in embracing the divine call to rise in the stillness of the early morning. This is your opportunity to spend uninterrupted time with God, time that can change the course of your day and even the direction of your life. Why does God call you at this time? Because this is when your spirit is most open. In these quiet moments, your distractions are minimal, and your heart is more attuned to the whispers of the Holy Spirit. God is not waking you for no reason. He knows that in the early hours you are in the best position to receive His guidance, to meditate on His word, and to pray with a focused heart. These early hours are often when God wants to speak to you about your purpose. Perhaps you have been praying for direction, seeking clarity, or wondering if you are on the right path. The silence of these hours provides the perfect environment for God to reveal His will for your life. He can guide you, illuminate your path, and give you the wisdom you need for your journey. But it's not just about receiving guidance, it's also about communion. God desires a relationship with you, and just like any relationship, it requires time and attention. When you respond to His call in the early hours, you are saying, "Lord, I am here, I am listening, I am giving you this time, and I trust that you will reveal what I need to know." This is an act of faith and surrender. You're putting aside your own comfort and aligning yourself with His greater purpose. In addition, waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. can be a time of spiritual warfare. During this time, the enemy is also aware that you are most vulnerable. He may attempt to distract you, sow fear, or pull you into anxiety. But you must remember that God has equipped you with everything you need to overcome these attacks. When you rise in prayer and worship during these hours, you are strengthening your spiritual defenses and positioning yourself for victory. Let's not forget the power of intercession during these times. God may wake you up to pray not just for yourself but for others. Your prayers in the early hours can have a powerful impact on the lives of those you intercede for. There are times when God will place people, situations, or countries on your heart, and He will prompt you to pray for their breakthrough. The Bible says that the fervent prayer of a righteous person avails much. James 5:16. Your prayers can be a weapon of change. When you are awoken at these early hours, respond with expectancy. Expect to hear from God. Expect His presence to fill the room. Expect to feel His peace and His guidance. It may not always come in the form of a loud voice, but it will come in the way you need it most. It may be a thought, a scripture, or a still small voice speaking directly to your heart. Remember that God does not wake you just to disturb your rest. He wakes you because He has something important to share. He wakes you because He loves you, He desires to build a deeper relationship with you, and He wants to ensure that you are prepared for the challenges and victories of the day ahead. The next time you find yourself waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't resist. Don't dismiss it as an inconvenience. Instead, see it as an opportunity to connect with your Creator, to hear His voice, and to align yourself with His purpose. The divine call is real, and in the stillness of the early hours, God is waiting to meet with you. So rise with expectancy in your heart, embrace the sacred invitation, and trust that in these quiet hours God will reveal the deep things He has prepared for you. It is in these quiet early morning hours that God often seeks to remind you that your life is part of a greater plan, one that you may not fully understand in the moment, but that will be revealed to you as you step forward in faith. In the rush of the day, it's easy to forget the divine purpose that has been placed within you, to be consumed by the demands of your responsibilities and the expectations of others. But in the solitude of those early hours, God has a way of bringing you back to the truth of who you are and what He has called you to do. You are not an accident or a mere coincidence in this world. You are here for a purpose far greater than you may realize. The stillness of the early morning is a time for reflection, a moment to pause and take a step back from the noise and clutter of daily life. It is in this pause that you are reminded of the promises God has spoken over your life. His word, which was spoken long ago, is not obsolete or irrelevant to you now. When you wake up at 3 a.m., this is your moment to meditate on those promises. This is the time when you can take God at His word and allow those promises to saturate your mind and spirit, filling you with a renewed sense of hope and confidence. But even more than this, waking up in the early hours is an opportunity to set your heart right before the Lord. Many people wake up each day with anxiety, uncertainty, or frustration. They rise, rushing into the day without considering the direction they want to take or the spirit they want to cultivate. But when you rise in those quiet hours, you have the chance to consecrate your day before it even begins. You can declare that you are walking in peace, joy, and divine purpose. You can invite God's presence into every moment, asking Him to guide you and give you wisdom, to help you see things as He sees them, and to give you the strength to face whatever challenges may come. If you seek God in these early moments, there is also a deeper understanding that comes. There are times in our lives when we are so caught up in the busyness of life that we fail to hear God's voice or see the lessons He is teaching us. We are too distracted to recognize the significance of the small moments or the quiet whisper of the Holy Spirit guiding us. But when we rise early, we remove ourselves from the distractions of the world and make space for God to speak in a way that we might not otherwise hear. The world is full of noise, advertisements, social media, work pressures, family demands. But in the early morning hours, all of that fades away. And in this space, you can tune in to what God is saying. Have you ever had those moments when you felt like God was trying to get your attention, but you were too busy to notice? Maybe you felt a prompting in your spirit to do something, but you brushed it off because you had too much on your mind. It happens to all of us. We become distracted by our daily routines, and we forget to stop and listen. But in the early hours, there is no rushing, no distractions, just you and God. He can speak clearly and powerfully to your heart, and when He does, you will know it. This is where deep revelation happens. It's in the quiet moments that God often reveals the answers to the questions you've been asking, sheds light on the areas of your life that need healing, and brings clarity to the paths you are meant to walk. It's important to note that God doesn't always wake us up at these early hours for something immediately urgent. Sometimes He is preparing us for something that is coming in the future. He may be positioning us for a new opportunity, a change in our circumstances, or even a new season in life. During these quiet hours, God prepares your heart for what lies ahead, giving you the strength and resilience you will need to face the challenges and victories that are coming. And as you spend time with Him, He molds and shapes you into the person He is calling you to be. God knows that in these moments of stillness your heart is open to receive what He wants to pour into you. It is in these early hours that you are reminded of His sovereignty. You are reminded that He is in control of every aspect of your life, and you don't have to fear or worry about the future. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, because He is there with you. He is guiding you, protecting you, and providing for you every step of the way. The early hours are an invitation to let go of control and trust Him with everything. It is also during these times that God speaks to us about the areas in our lives where we need to grow. We are all works in progress, and none of us have arrived. But when we take time to be still before God, He can reveal to us the things we need to change, the attitudes we need to adjust, and the habits we need to develop. The quiet hours allow us to reflect on how we are living, the choices we are making, and the way we are responding to life. And in His grace, God helps us see where we need to align our lives with His will. For some, this may be a time of repentance, a time to seek forgiveness for wrong actions or attitudes. For others, it may be a time of praise, a time to thank God for all He has done and for the victories He has given. Whatever the purpose, the early hours are an opportunity to make your heart right before God, to cleanse your spirit, and to realign yourself with His divine purpose. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is also a powerful act of discipline. It requires intentionality. It requires you to recognize that your spiritual life, just like any other area of life, needs attention and care. Spiritual growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we make intentional choices. These early hours are a gift, a time that can be used to build a deeper relationship with God and to strengthen your spiritual foundation. The discipline of waking up early and spending time with God is not always easy. It requires sacrifice, especially when the temptation to stay in bed is strong. But in those moments when you choose to rise early and meet with God, you are making a powerful statement of your commitment to Him. You are saying, "Lord, You are my priority. I will seek You first before the demands of the world pull me in different directions." And when you make God your first priority, everything else falls into place. God's invitation to rise early is not meant to be burdensome. It is meant to be a blessing. It is an opportunity to receive His peace, His direction, and His presence. It is a time to quiet your heart, to reflect on His goodness, and to receive the strength and wisdom you need for the day ahead. When you respond to God's call during these early hours, you position yourself to walk in His power and to experience His presence in a deeper way. So, when you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't ignore it, don't brush it off as something insignificant. Take it as a divine invitation to spend time with your Creator, to receive His guidance, and to align yourself with His purpose. God is not waking you up to disrupt your rest. He is waking you up because He has something important to say. He wants to speak to your heart, to mold your spirit, and to prepare you for what is ahead. Then, here is a dig headline. Don't miss out on this sacred opportunity to connect with the One who knows you better than anyone else. When you respond to His call in the early hours, you are saying yes to His purpose for your life, and that is the most powerful thing you can do. As you sit in the quiet and embrace the solitude, there's a profound awareness that arises within you. It's in these sacred moments that you are reminded that the world doesn't define your worth. Your value is found in the eyes of your Creator. The busyness of life often causes us to forget that our purpose is not dictated by external pressures or opinions. But in those early morning hours, God calls you to refocus. He calls you to remember that you were made with purpose, that He designed you uniquely and intentionally. His plan for your life is far greater than you can comprehend, and these quiet moments are an opportunity to tap into that plan, to renew your commitment to fulfilling it. God is not confined by time or space. He exists outside of the boundaries that we as humans place on ourselves. And yet, in His infinite wisdom, He created the cycle of day and night, allowing us moments of rest and reflection. The night provides rest for our physical bodies, but the early morning hours offer rest for our spirits. These early hours are where your soul can find peace that surpasses understanding. This is not just the absence of noise or distraction, but the presence of God offering you a deep rest that renews and revitalizes. You see, God doesn't want you to simply live in this world. He wants you to thrive in it. He wants to fill you with purpose and peace, regardless of the circumstances around you. It's easy to get caught up in the worry of what tomorrow might bring or the frustrations of the past. But when you wake up early and meet with God, you free yourself from those anxieties. You set your heart on the truth that He holds tomorrow, and He is with you in every step of your journey. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is a conscious decision to place your trust in God's sovereignty, to believe that He has already prepared a path for you and that He will lead you through whatever comes your way. In the stillness, you can hear the whisper of God's voice. Sometimes this whisper is a soft reminder of His promises. Sometimes it's a gentle correction. Other times it's an overwhelming sense of peace that blankets your heart. Regardless of the form it takes, it's in these moments that God has the opportunity to speak directly into your life. He speaks to your heart, addressing the deepest desires, fears, and dreams that you might not even be fully aware of. These early mornings are an invitation to listen deeply, to quiet the noise of your mind and heart, and to allow God's word to permeate your very being. The power of God's voice in the quiet hours is transformative. When you wake up at these times, you are not just meeting with an impersonal force. You are connecting with a personal God who loves you and has designed you for greatness. He speaks words of affirmation, telling you who you are in Him, His beloved child, chosen and called for a purpose. These words sink deep into your spirit, reminding you of your identity and purpose, especially when the world tries to tell you otherwise. In a world that often rejects and discourages, God's affirmation in those quiet moments can carry you through the challenges you will face during the day. But it's not only words of encouragement that you receive in these moments. It is also a time of preparation. Preparation for what? For everything. For the battles that you will face, the opportunities that you will encounter, and the decisions that will shape your future. These early morning hours are not just about personal reflection or relaxation. They are moments in which God equips you with everything you need to face the day ahead, to walk in His purpose, and to fulfill the calling He has placed on your life. The grace that He pours out during these moments enables you to overcome obstacles, to persevere when things get difficult, and to remain steadfast in your faith. During these moments, you may feel God guiding you in ways you didn't expect. He may lead you to forgive someone who has hurt you, to step out in faith and take a risk, or to let go of a burden that you've been carrying for too long. He may reveal areas of your life that need healing, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. In these moments, you are given the opportunity to grow, to expand, and to transform into the person God created you to be. The early mornings are not just a time to feel good or be comforted. They are a time to be changed, to be made more into the likeness of Christ, who exemplified perfect obedience to the Father and lived with an unwavering sense of purpose. God knows that you are living in a world that is constantly pulling at you, demanding your attention, your energy, and your time. The pressures of life can overwhelm you if you let them. But in the quiet of the early morning, God invites you to pull back, to withdraw from the noise and chaos of the world, and to receive His strength. It is in these moments of stillness that you are able to restore your soul, to reignite your passion for His kingdom. These early mornings are not a burden, they are a blessing. They are a gift from God, a gift that allows you to reconnect with your Creator in a way that isn't possible when the world is pressing in on you. This quiet time with God is not just about what you do for Him, but about what He does for you. In these moments, He replenishes you. He gives you peace that doesn't make sense to the world. He fills you with hope that doesn't waver when circumstances are uncertain. He equips you with wisdom that surpasses human understanding. He strengthens your faith so that you can walk into the day with confidence, knowing that He has already gone before you and that His presence is with you. And then, as the day begins, you are ready to face whatever comes your way with a spirit that is grounded in God's peace and purpose. The distractions, the pressures, the challenges, they no longer have the same power over you. Why? Because you've started your day with God, and that changes everything. Your perspective shifts, your priorities align, your heart is at rest, knowing that whatever the day holds, you are not alone. When God wakes you up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., He is not just calling you to a routine or a ritual. He is inviting you into a deeper relationship with Him. He is inviting you to spend time in His presence so that He can reveal Himself to you in ways that you wouldn't experience otherwise. These quiet moments are sacred. They are the foundation upon which you build your day, your week, and your life. They are a reminder that you are not alone, that you are not forgotten, and that God's plans for you are good. So when you find yourself awake in the early morning hours, don't dismiss it, don't ignore it. Respond to the call of God with an open heart. Let Him speak to you. Let Him refresh you. Let Him equip you for the day ahead. He is waiting for you to meet Him in the stillness. And in that stillness, you will find everything you need: peace, purpose, guidance, strength, and love. You will find all that you need to walk confidently in the plan that God has for your life. In those early hours, you are meeting with the Creator of the universe, and that is a privilege and a blessing beyond measure. When God wakes you up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's an invitation to deepen your understanding of His will for your life. It's a moment where He calls you to listen not just to the thoughts that crowd your mind, but to the still, quiet voice of the one who knows you intimately. It is in these early hours, when the rest of the world sleeps, that God's presence becomes palpable. He desires this intimate fellowship with you, this communion that transcends the distractions of the day. It is a time where the noise of the world is silenced, and you are left with nothing but your thoughts, your prayers, and His Spirit. In the early morning, when everything seems still, you may find that the worries that plagued you the day before are now put into perspective. In the quiet moments with God, those problems, challenges, and unanswered questions are not as overwhelming as they once seemed. God gives you clarity. He helps you see the bigger picture. He helps you understand that the difficulties you face are not there to defeat you, but to shape you into the person you are called to be. He uses every struggle to refine you, to grow your faith, and to draw you closer to Him. And in those moments, when your heart is open and your mind is focused, God is able to speak directly to you, offering wisdom and insight that you would not have received had you been caught up in the busyness of the world. The stillness of the early morning also presents an opportunity for personal reflection. When you wake up during these hours, it is an invitation to check in with yourself. It's a time to assess where you are in your spiritual journey and to make any necessary adjustments. Are there areas of your life where you need to surrender more fully to God? Are there things you need to release? Old habits, toxic relationships, or unproductive thoughts that are hindering your growth? In the quiet of the morning, God allows you the space to confront these things. It's a time for renewal, a moment to refocus your heart and mind on Him, so that as you move through the day, you do so with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. One of the powerful aspects of waking up in these early hours is the opportunity to give God the first part of your day. It's a reminder that He is the source of all that is good. The quiet time between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is not just for personal growth, but for dedicating the day ahead to God. It's a way of saying, Lord, I give you this day. I offer it to you. I trust that you will guide my steps and lead me where you want me to go. It is when you offer God the first part of your day, you acknowledge that He is the one who directs your steps, the one who holds your future. It's a powerful declaration of trust and faith in His sovereignty. In these early hours, God may reveal things to you about your life, your purpose, or your calling that you would not have considered otherwise. It's a time where you can ask Him questions, seek His guidance, and receive the direction that you need. There is something uniquely profound about seeking God in the quiet of the morning hours. It's a time when distractions are few, and your heart is more receptive. This is when God speaks most clearly, because there are fewer things competing for your attention. It's a moment of clarity, a moment where His voice is louder than the voices of doubt, fear, or confusion. It's also a time of protection. When you wake up early to spend time with God, you are fortifying yourself for the battles that lie ahead. Life is full of challenges, and the enemy is always trying to disrupt your peace and steal your joy. But when you rise early and seek God's presence, you are preparing yourself spiritually to face whatever may come your way. You are strengthening your faith so that you can stand firm in the face of adversity. These early hours with God are not just for personal growth. They are for spiritual defense, helping you to stand strong and confident, knowing that God has equipped you with everything you need to overcome any challenge. When you wake up during these early hours, you may also find that God uses this time to remind you of the promises He has spoken over your life. There may be promises you have forgotten, promises that you need to hold on to as you continue moving forward. These promises are reminders that God's word is true, that He is faithful to fulfill every promise He has made. As you sit quietly in His presence, you are reminded that the things God has spoken over your life will come to pass, no matter how impossible they may seem in the natural. He is faithful to complete the work He has begun in you. And in the early morning hours, you are reminded that He is trustworthy and reliable. In these early hours, there is a power that comes when you commit to seeking God first. Your time with God becomes the foundation of your day. Everything that follows flows out of that time with Him. As you go through your day, you are able to move with a sense of peace and confidence because you have already been filled with His presence. You know that you are not walking alone. You know that God is with you every step of the way, and that knowledge gives you the strength to face whatever comes your way. God often uses the early morning hours to speak words of encouragement, reminding you of who you are in Him. It's a time when He can remind you that you are loved, that you are chosen, and that you are equipped for everything He has called you to do. He can also speak words of healing into your life, words that restore your soul and bring you peace. In these moments, He is not just speaking to your mind, but to your spirit. He is nourishing you, restoring you, and empowering you to walk in His truth. These early hours are not just a time of reflection, they are a time of transformation. The early morning hours are also a time for gratitude. When you wake up early, you are given the opportunity to thank God for His faithfulness. You can praise Him for who He is and for what He has done in your life. Gratitude has the power to shift your perspective. It shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. It helps you to see the goodness of God in every area of your life. When you take the time to express gratitude to God in the early morning, you are aligning your heart with His truth. You are acknowledging that He is the source of all good things and that He deserves your worship and praise. This time with God is sacred. It is set apart for a divine purpose. It is not just another task to check off your list. It is not just a routine. It is a moment of connection with the Creator of the universe. It is a moment to seek His face, to hear His voice, and to feel His presence in a way that transcends the busyness of the world. For saying, God, You are first in my life, You deserve my time, my attention, and my heart. God desires this relationship with you. He desires to commune with you. And in the quiet of those early hours, He is reaching out to you, inviting you to sit with Him, to hear His voice, and to experience His love in a deeper way. These moments are a gift, a precious gift that He has given you. Don't take them for granted. When God wakes you up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., take the time to meet with Him. Give Him your full attention and allow Him to speak into your life. There is power in those moments. There is peace, there is healing, and there is transformation. And when you rise to meet the day ahead, you will do so filled with the strength and wisdom that only God can provide. In conclusion, when God wakes you up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it is not a coincidence, but a divine invitation to enter into a deeper, more intimate relationship with Him. It is in these sacred moments, when the world is quiet, that God desires to speak to your heart, guide your steps, and strengthen your spirit. It is a time for personal reflection, renewal, and transformation, a time to recalibrate your heart and mind, and to realign yourself with His will. God uses this time to provide clarity, protection, encouragement, and healing. He reminds you of your purpose, the promises He has made to you, and His faithfulness to fulfill them. As you wake up in the stillness, you are not just facing another day. You are stepping into a day that has already been orchestrated by God. Your time with Him in those quiet hours becomes the foundation of the rest of your day, filling you with peace, strength, and divine insight. So when you are awakened in the early morning, don't see it as an inconvenience or an interruption. Embrace it as a precious opportunity to connect with your Creator, to hear His voice, and to receive the spiritual nourishment that will equip you to face whatever comes your way. The early hours are sacred, and in them you will find the peace, wisdom, and strength you need to walk in your calling and fulfill the purpose God has placed upon your life. The morning rises with the promise of God's unfailing protection and love. As the day unfolds, our hearts are reminded of the words of Psalm 91, a sacred declaration of God's covenant with those who dwell in His presence. When you start your day, let this truth fill your soul. He who abides under the shadow of the Almighty is shielded from every harm and surrounded by divine refuge. This is not just a promise written in ancient scripture. It is a living reality for those who place their trust in Him. This prayer is not merely a recitation of words, but a proclamation of faith, an alignment of your spirit with the unshakable authority of the Most High. When you declare, "The Lord is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust," you are shifting the atmosphere around you. You are inviting the power of heaven to govern your day, your decisions, and your destiny. Fear, anxiety is banished when you stand boldly in the confidence of God's protection. As you journey through the hours ahead, the angels of God have been assigned to guard you. They encamp around you, bearing you up in their hands so you will not stumble or fall. Every step you take has already been secured by the one who holds the universe in His hands. When you face challenges, remember that you do not walk alone. When the path seems uncertain, know that He has already gone before you, leveling the mountains and making crooked places straight. No pestilence, no danger, no enemy can touch those who are hidden in the secret place of the Most High. The arrows that fly by day and the terrors that stalk by night are powerless against those who call upon His name. This is your inheritance, a divine covering that shields you from the seen and unseen. Trust in this promise, not as a fleeting hope, but as an eternal truth that cannot be shaken. Today you are empowered to walk in boldness, knowing that God's faithfulness is your armor. The trap set by the enemy will not ensnare you, because His truth is your shield. You are more than a conqueror because you rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Whatever comes your way, speak the words of Psalm 91 over your life. Let them rise like incense to heaven, a fragrant declaration of your unwavering trust in the one who reigns forever. In this moment, choose to dwell in His presence. Make Him your habitation, and you will see His hand at work in every area of your life. No matter the noise of the world, no matter the storms that may rage, you are safe, you are secure, and you are deeply loved. The secret place of the Most High is not a physical location. It is a spiritual dwelling where you remain anchored in God's presence. It is where your soul finds peace, even in the midst of chaos. To abide under the shadow of the Almighty is to live with the assurance that no force on earth or in the heavens can separate you from His love and protection. This is not an occasional visit, it is a continuous posture of trust, surrender, and dependence. Every morning when you rise, make it your priority to step into that sacred space, for it is there that you are empowered to face the day with courage and confidence. When you declare Psalm 91 over your life, You activate a spiritual covering that goes beyond human understanding. It is not a passive act, but a bold statement of faith that aligns your life with God's promises. The words, "Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence," are not mere poetry. They are the reality of a God who actively intervenes on behalf of those who trust him. The snares of life, temptations, distractions, and dangers cannot hold you when you are covered by his hand. The pestilence, whether physical sickness or emotional turmoil, must bow to the authority of the Almighty. You are not left to fend for yourself in this world. God's protection is comprehensive, surrounding you like a fortress. His truth becomes your shield and buckler, a defense that no enemy can penetrate. Imagine a shield so impenetrable that no arrow, no weapon, no attack can harm you. This is what it means to trust in his truth. His promises are not just words written in ancient texts. They are alive, active, and ready to manifest in your life. And each time you declare his word, you are reinforcing that shield, making it stronger, more unyielding to the attacks of the enemy. As you go through the day, the noise of the world may try to distract you. The demands of life may feel overwhelming. But remember that you are not walking this journey alone. God has dispatched his angels to encamp around you. These heavenly messengers are not idle. They are actively watching over you, ensuring that you are protected from harm. They lift you up in their hands, preventing even the smallest mistake. This divine assistance is not reserved for a select few. It is available to all who trust in the Lord. When you feel weak or uncertain, remind yourself that an army of angels surrounds you, ready to act on your behalf. The arrows that fly by day and the terrors that come by night are symbolic of the challenges and fears that seek to destabilize you. These may come in the form of doubt, fear, or adversity, but they hold no power over you when you are anchored in God's promises. You do not have to live in fear of the unknown because your God is all-knowing and all-powerful. He sees what lies ahead and prepares the way for you even when the path seems dark. His light will guide you, and his presence will comfort you. Psalm 91 speaks of 1,000 falling at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, yet it will not come near you. This is a profound assurance that no matter what happens around you, you are divinely protected. The chaos of the world may swirl, but you are hidden in the secret place, untouched by the storms. This does not mean that challenges will not come, but it does mean that they will not overcome you. You are more than a survivor, you are a victor, because the Almighty fights on your behalf. Every battle you face is already won in his name. When you love God, when you set your heart upon him, he responds with unwavering faithfulness. Psalm 91 declares that because you have made him your refuge, he will deliver you and honor you. This is the beauty of a relationship with the Creator. It is reciprocal. As you draw near to him, he draws near to you. His deliverance is swift, his protection unfailing, and his love unconditional. You may encounter seasons of difficulty, moments when it feels like the world is closing in on you. In those times, let this prayer be your anchor. Declare with boldness that you will not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. Fear has no place in the heart of one who trusts in the Lord. Faith is your weapon, and his word is your shield. With every declaration of Psalm 91, you are building a fortress of faith that cannot be shaken. God's promises are not limited to your physical safety. They extend to every area of your life. He promises to satisfy you with long life and show you his salvation. This is not just about the number of years you live, but the quality of life you experience. A life filled with his peace, his joy, and his presence. Every morning when you recite this prayer, you are inviting his abundant life to flow through you. You are choosing to walk in the fullness of his blessings, knowing that he withholds no good thing from those who walk uprightly. The secret place is where your strength is renewed, where your faith is fortified, and where your perspective is aligned with heaven. It is where you are reminded that you are not just a part of the world's systems, but a citizen of God's kingdom. In that place, the noise of the world fades and the voice of God becomes clear. You are reminded of who you are, a child of the Most High, called, chosen, and protected. Each morning, as the sun rises and casts its light on the earth, let your soul be reminded of the light of God's love that shines upon you. Just as the sun is faithful to rise, so is God faithful to keep his promises. Trust in his word, rest in his presence, and walk through the day with the confidence that you are covered by the shadow of the Almighty. This is your inheritance, your assurance, and your unwavering truth. When you speak the words of Psalm 91 over your life, you are not simply reciting a prayer, you are activating the promises of God in your life. These words are a declaration of your trust in the Creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who holds your destiny in his hands. He is not distant or far away, he is close, and he is deeply invested in your well-being. As you begin each day, it is vital to understand that your prayer is more than just an exercise. As you understand that I am a mind, the honor of human beings, greater your thoughts, greater your words, greater your destinies than your prayers or mine. It is an invitation for God's divine intervention to move in every circumstance, to protect you from unseen dangers, and to order your steps according to his purpose. This is the foundation of the life you are called to live, one that is marked by his presence, his protection, and his favor. Your faith becomes the vessel through which God's promises are made manifest in your life. To trust in him is to believe in his ability to do what he has said he will do. Psalm 91 serves as a reminder that God is your refuge and fortress, an unshakable stronghold that cannot be penetrated by the forces of evil or destruction. It is a fortress that stands firm when everything else crumbles, a place where no weapon formed against you can prosper. When the world offers only uncertainty, your trust in God offers you the solid ground you need to stand firm. The nature of God's protection goes beyond the physical realm. His covering encompasses your mind, your emotions, your relationships, and your purpose. As you meditate on Psalm 91, you are reminded that his protection is all-encompassing, surrounding every aspect of your life with his divine presence. You are safeguarded from emotional trauma, protected from the weight of worry, and shielded from the spiritual attacks that attempt to weaken your faith. He delivers you from fear, anxiety, and doubt, for his perfect love casts out all fear. The more you dwell in his presence, the more his perfect peace fills your heart and mind, guarding you from the unsettling thoughts that try to steal your joy. When you are surrounded by the challenges of life, remember that you are not alone. The psalmist speaks of the divine assurance that comes with knowing that God's angels are watching over you. Their assignment is clear: to guard you in all your ways. Imagine this: angels, heavenly beings with divine power, are positioned around you, protecting you from the snares of the enemy. Their role is to ensure that you do not stumble or fall, to lift you up when the burdens of life threaten to overwhelm you. This divine intervention is not a distant hope, but a present reality. The angels of God are actively at work in your life, safeguarding you from dangers seen and unseen. Every day presents new opportunities and challenges, but when you are under the protection of God, you do not face them alone. He has equipped you with everything you need to succeed, and the first step in walking in that divine power is to align yourself with his will. Psalm 91 makes it clear that those who make the Lord their refuge and fortress will. When you make God your dwelling place, you are assured of his constant presence, his unwavering protection, and his favor that rests upon you. This divine covering is a promise you can stand on regardless of what comes your way. It is not a promise for the occasional believer. It is a promise for those who consistently choose to trust in God and remain in his presence. No matter how the world may shift or change, God's protection is not dependent on circumstances. His faithfulness is eternal and his promises are unbreakable. Psalm 91 assures you that you are not at the mercy of the world's systems, the economy, or the uncertainties of life. You are under the sovereign rule of God, who holds the universe in his hands. The trials of life may come, but they will not overwhelm you because you are covered by the Most High. You are shielded from the dangers that may seem insurmountable to others, because your trust is in the one who can move mountains and calm the storms. The scripture also speaks of the peace that comes with knowing that God is your refuge. When you trust in Him, you are not moved by the fear and chaos that surround you. In the midst of turmoil, you remain steadfast, confident in the knowledge that God is your protector. His presence brings a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that remains even when the world is in turmoil. This peace is not fleeting or temporary. It is an eternal peace that comes from knowing that God is in control. His peace guards your heart and mind, protecting you from the stresses and pressures that seek to overwhelm you. As you declare the promises of Psalm 91 over your life, understand that this is an act of spiritual warfare. You are not simply speaking empty words. You are confronting the forces of darkness with the truth of God's word. You are declaring that you will not be swayed by the lies of the enemy, that you will not give in to fear or doubt. Instead, you stand firm on the truth that God is your refuge, your fortress, and your deliverer. This is not a passive stance. It is an active declaration of your faith and trust in God's ability to protect and provide for you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for you to stand firm in God's promises. When you encounter obstacles, remind yourself that God has already provided a way for you to overcome them. He is not a God who abandons His people. He is a God who delivers. His word declares that He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. No matter what you are facing, His promises are sure, and He will deliver you from every danger. One of the most powerful aspects of Psalm 91 is the promise that no harm will come near you. While the world may be filled with uncertainties, your safety is guaranteed in God's presence. This is a divine assurance that cannot be shaken. No matter the circumstances, you are safe in His care. The storms may rage, the battles may intensify, but nothing can separate you from the love and protection of God. He is your fortress, your safe haven, your place of refuge. It is essential to recognize that the protection promised in Psalm 91 is not just for physical safety, but for spiritual well-being. When you make God your refuge, you are safe from the spiritual attacks that seek to weaken your faith and hinder your progress. The enemy will try to sow seeds of doubt, fear, and confusion. You are surrounded by a shield of faith, a defense that the enemy cannot penetrate. In the midst of life's challenges, it is easy to become discouraged or overwhelmed. But when you meditate on Psalm 91, you are reminded of God's faithfulness. He is not a distant God who leaves His people to face the trials of life alone. He is actively engaged in your life, working on your behalf to ensure your safety, your success, and your well-being. You are not alone, and you never will be. His love is an ever-present shield that surrounds you at all times. When you declare Psalm 91, you are not just seeking protection from harm, you are inviting God's divine purpose into your life. You are saying, Lord, I trust you with my future. I place my life in your hands, and I believe that you will guide me, protect me, and fulfill the purpose you have for me. This is the prayer of a heart fully surrendered to God's will. It is a prayer that declares your confidence in His ability to lead you, provide for you, and deliver you from every danger. Your faith is the key that unlocks the power of Psalm 91. It is not enough to simply recite the words. You must believe them with all your heart. When you believe in God's promises, you activate them in your life. You position yourself to receive the fullness of His protection, His guidance, and His blessings. This is the life you are called to live, a life marked by God's presence, His provision, and His protection. Psalm 91 serves as a spiritual armor that shields you from the darts of the enemy and the hardships of life. It is a declaration that you are not vulnerable to the whims of chance or fate, but rather that you are secured in the hands of the Almighty, whose love and care never fail. The verse reminds you that even when situations seem impossible, God is not far away. He is right there beside you, guiding you, protecting you, and strengthening you. Nevertheless, this little book will save you from the lament of imaginary evil and give you counsel from the life of God's Son. It is not a matter of whether the storms will come. They will come. But it is a matter of knowing that no storm can defeat you when you are hidden in the shelter of the Most High. Each day is an opportunity to declare that you are walking in the fullness of God's protection and divine favor. No matter what challenges arise, whether personal, relational, or financial, God promises to keep you secure. When you take hold of Psalm 91, you are speaking the truth over your life, that you are surrounded by a hedge of divine protection. You are not just enduring the trials, you are being empowered to overcome them by the strength of God Himself. It's easy to feel small and insignificant in a world that is often filled with noise, distractions, and struggles. But when you declare Psalm 91, you are acknowledging the greatness of God and the covenant He has made with you. God has not forgotten you, nor has He left you to fend for yourself. He has promised to be your refuge, your fortress, your deliverer, and your protector. When you take refuge in Him, you are saying, I trust in the God who has the power to protect me and make a way for me even when I see no way. His protection doesn't depend on your circumstances. It is guaranteed by His covenant with you. There are times in life when we can feel overwhelmed by fear, when it seems like the world is against us, when challenges appear insurmountable. But the Word of God reminds you that fear is not your portion. Psalm 91 invites you into a place where fear has no dominion. It is a place where the overwhelming peace of God rules, where His love displaces every fear, every anxious thought, and every moment of doubt. When you claim this psalm in the morning, you are standing on the promise that you are covered by the Almighty and nothing can harm you. Your confidence is not based on your strength or your abilities, but on the power of God to protect and deliver you. And as you trust in Him, you find that God is not just a passive protector, but an active participant in your life. The psalm speaks of His angels being sent to guard you, to bear you up in their hands, so that you do not strike your foot against a stone. This is not just a metaphor for passive protection, but an active, dynamic presence in your life that works on your behalf. The angels are assigned to help you, to intervene when needed, and to keep you safe. They are on assignment for you, guarding you from dangers that you cannot even see, ensuring that your path is clear and free from obstacles. This understanding allows you to live boldly and with great confidence, for you know that God has not left you to face the difficulties of life alone. He has equipped you with every tool you need to overcome the enemy. He has given you His word, the power of prayer, and the backing of His heavenly hosts. When you declare Psalm 91 over your life, you are invoking the power of God's word, which is alive and active. It is not simply a prayer, it is a weapon that is able to tear down strongholds, dispel darkness, and shift the spiritual atmosphere around you. God's protection is not limited to a specific area of your life. His protection covers every aspect of your existence, from your health to your relationships, your finances to your purpose. He has promised to keep you safe. When the world tells you that your future is uncertain, God's word tells you that your future is secure in His hands. When people attempt to bring harm or deceit against you, Psalm 91 reminds you that the Lord is your protector and He will not allow the enemy's schemes to prosper. You are secure in His promises and His plans for you are good. It is essential to understand that Psalm 91 is not just for moments of crisis. It is a daily prayer that aligns your heart with the truth of God's protection, a daily declaration that you are walking in the favor of God. This is not a once-in-a-while declaration. This is a continual affirmation that your life is hidden in God. Each day is an opportunity to declare that you are covered by His protection, that you are safe in His care, and that you are walking in His purposes. This daily confession builds your faith, reminding you of God's constant provision and unbreakable promises. Many times in life you will face unexpected trials. You may find yourself in situations that seem impossible, situations where it feels as though the odds are stacked against you. But in those moments, Psalm 91 serves as your reminder that you are not alone. God's presence is with you and His protection is sure. It is not enough to simply pray in times of crisis. You must live in a constant awareness of His presence, recognizing that every day is a gift, a day to be covered by His grace and favor. The enemy would have you believe that you are vulnerable, that you are alone, but the truth is that you are surrounded by the protection of a loving Father who will never leave you nor forsake you. Dana, this understanding empowers you to live with a sense of peace and confidence that the world cannot offer. It allows you to face challenges without fear, to step into the unknown with faith, and to trust that God will make a way when there seems to be no way. When you take Psalm 91 into your heart, you are embracing the reality of God's presence in your life. His angels are watching over you, His word is guiding you, and His promises are securing you. In the natural world, we often look for signs of safety and security. We seek insurance, protection plans, and safety nets, all in an effort to feel secure. But the psalmist calls us to a higher level of security. He calls us to trust in the one who holds the universe in his hands, the one who created the heavens and the earth, the one who formed you and knows you intimately. When you place your trust in God, you find that you are not reliant on temporary measures, but on an eternal refuge that will never fail. When you stand on the promises of Psalm 91, you are declaring that you are more than just a survivor, you are a conqueror. You are walking in the victory that has already been secured for you. The enemy may attempt to bring fear, doubt, and confusion into your life, but when you declare that God is your refuge and fortress, you are reaffirming your authority over the attacks of the enemy. His power has been broken, and your victory is secure in Christ. There is nothing more powerful than the assurance that God has your back. When you trust in His protection, you are living in the reality that His favor surrounds you like a shield. No harm, no danger, no attack can touch you without God's permission. And when God allows challenges to come your way, it is not because He has abandoned you, it is because He is preparing you for greater victories, teaching you to stand firm and trust in His provision, even in the midst of trials. The beauty of Psalm 91 lies in the promises it holds, promises that have been spoken over your life from the beginning of time. These are not empty words or distant hopes. They are a living truth that you can claim every day. As you walk in faith, declaring these promises over your life, you will see God's hand move in powerful ways. Protection. Your morning prayer, rooted in Psalm 91, becomes an anchor for your day. It becomes the foundation on which you stand, the shield that guards you, and the reminder of the one who is always with you. As you speak these words over your life, remember that you are not just hoping for protection, but you are declaring it. You are claiming it as your inheritance, not because of your goodness, but because of the faithfulness of the one who has promised to never leave you nor forsake you. So, this is the life you are called to live, a life fully protected, fully provided for, and fully secured in the hands of God. Living each day under the assurance of Psalm 91 is more than just a prayer of protection. It is a declaration of trust in the unshakable strength of God. This psalm holds the power to transform your perspective, to shape how you view the challenges of life, and to deepen your faith in the one who is always present and always faithful. The more you meditate on these promises, the more you begin to see that God's protection is not just something He does, it is who He is. He is your fortress, your shield, your refuge. He doesn't just protect you for a moment or for a season, He protects you always, eternally. This is the kind of protection that outlasts every storm, overcomes every obstacle, and holds you secure in times of uncertainty. As you wake each morning and declare the truth of Psalm 91 over your life, you are acknowledging that you are not in control of every circumstance, but that you are under the sovereign control of a loving Father. This is a humbling reality, recognizing that your security does not depend on your own strength, wisdom, or resources, but on the infinite power and love of God. When you understand that, you begin to live with a sense of peace that is beyond understanding, a peace that comes from knowing that no matter what happens, God has you covered. He is your refuge, your place of safety, and He will never leave you or forsake you. This reality is not just comforting, it is empowering. It gives you the courage to face each day, to face each challenge, and to keep moving forward with faith and determination. In a world that often feels unpredictable and unsafe, Psalm 91 offers you a constant. It is not a promise based on circumstances that may change, but on the unchanging nature of God. Your life is hidden in Christ, and nothing can touch you without His permission. The Psalm speaks of God's protection, but it also speaks of His presence. The two are inseparable. The protection God offers is not distant or detached, it is deeply personal. He is not merely watching over you from afar, He is actively involved in your life, surrounding you with His love, His peace, and His strength. He is the one who knows every detail of your life, and He is the one who has promised to keep you safe. When you speak Psalm 91 in the morning, you are not just reciting words, you are making a declaration of faith. You are speaking the truth over your life, and in doing so you are aligning yourself with the divine will and purpose of God. There is power in your words, and when you speak the truth of God's promises, you are releasing that power into your life. You are declaring that you are not bound by fear, by doubt, or by the limitations of this world. You are free to walk in the victory that God has already secured for you. The enemy may try to come against you, but he cannot stand against the might of God. When you stand in His protection, you are standing in the victory that Jesus has already won. As you declare Psalm 91, remember that it is not just a shield from external danger, it is also a shield for your heart and mind. The enemy often seeks to attack your thoughts, to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and confusion. But when you speak God's promises over your life, you are not only protecting your physical body, but you are also protecting your mind and emotions. You are setting up a guard against the lies of the enemy, against the discouragement and anxiety that the world may try to impose upon you. The Word of God is sharper than any two-edged sword, and when you wield it, you are cutting through the lies and replacing them with. God's protection is not just about shielding you from harm, it is also about empowering you to live the life He has called you to live. When you walk in the awareness of God's protection, you are not walking in fear or hesitation, but in confidence and boldness. You are walking in the knowledge that you are secure in the arms of God, and nothing can take you out of His hand. This gives you the courage to step out into the unknown, to pursue the dreams and goals that God has placed in your heart, and to face any challenges that may come your way. The knowledge that you are protected by the Almighty doesn't just give you peace, it gives you purpose. You are not just surviving, you are thriving in the purpose that God has set before you. It is essential to understand that this protection is not a promise that life will always be easy or without difficulty. Challenges will come, but God's protection ensures that they will not overcome you. There will be moments when the enemy tries to bring fear, sickness, loss, or disappointment into your life. But even in those moments, God's presence is with you and His promises remain true. When you stand on Psalm 91, you are not saying that there will be no battles, but you are declaring that no battle will defeat you. God has equipped you with everything you need to overcome, to endure, and to come out victorious. When you are under God's protection, you are not bound by the limitations of this world. You are free to walk in the fullness of who God has created you to be. You are free to dream big, to take risks, and to believe that God is with you every step of the way. His protection is not just a shield that keeps you safe, it is also a shield that empowers you to be who you are meant to be. You are not meant to live in fear, in passivity, or in survival mode. You are not meant to live in fear, in passivity, or in survival mode. You are meant to live boldly, confidently, and purposefully, knowing that God is with you and that He has called you for such a time as this. Psalm 91 also speaks of God's faithfulness. His faithfulness is not just an abstract concept, it is a personal reality. He has been faithful in the past and He will continue to be faithful in the future. When you look back on your life, you can see the ways in which God has protected you, provided for you. You can remember the times when you felt His presence in the midst of trials, when you saw His hand at work in your life, and when you experienced His love in ways that were beyond your understanding. This is the same God who is with you now, and the same God who will continue to be with you in the future. His faithfulness is not dependent on your circumstances, but on His unchanging nature. You can trust that God will always be faithful to His promises, and He will never leave you or forsake you. As you declare Psalm 91, you are also acknowledging that you are not just a passive recipient of God's protection, but an active participant in His plan for your life. God's protection does not remove your responsibility to act in faith, to walk in obedience, and to pursue His will, but it does give you the confidence that as you step out in faith, God is with you. You are never alone. The angels of the Lord are encamped around you, guarding you from harm, and God's word is a light to guide your path. You can walk forward, not with hesitation, but with boldness, knowing that the God who created the universe is the same God who is walking with you. When you understand the depth of God's protection and His faithfulness, you begin to live in a place of rest. This is not a rest of inactivity or complacency, but a rest of trust and confidence. You rest in the knowledge that God is in control, that He is working on your behalf, and that He will bring His plans to completion. You rest in the truth that He is your refuge and your fortress, and you don't have to strive or struggle to make things happen. You can trust that He is working all things together for your good, and that no matter what happens, He is with you, guiding you, and protecting you. As you step into each new day, remember that you are walking in the protection of the Almighty. You are surrounded by His love, His peace, and His power. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are a child of the King, and He has promised to keep you safe, to guard you, and to lead you into victory. With Psalm 91 as your declaration, you are not just praying for protection, you are walking in it, and you are living in the truth that God is with you, and that is all you need to face whatever comes your way. The world may change, circumstances may shift, but the promises of God remain steadfast. You are safe in His hands, you are secure in His love, and you are empowered to live the life He has called you to live. As you rise each morning and declare the truths of Psalm 91 over your life, remember that you are not just speaking empty words. You are aligning yourself with the power of God's protection, His promises, and His provision. You are acknowledging that no matter the challenges, no matter the fears, God's covering is over you. In this truth, there is freedom and peace. The storms will come, but they will not overwhelm you. The trials will come, but they will not defeat you. You are securely hidden in the shelter of the Most High under His wings, and nothing can separate you from His love or His care. With each day, choose to live with the confidence that comes from knowing that God is your refuge, your fortress, and your deliverer. Live as one who is protected, empowered, and equipped for every good work. Walk in the strength of God's promises and trust that, no matter what, He is always with you, guiding, guarding, and protecting you. Let this truth be your foundation, your shield, and your comfort. In His mighty name you are secure. When life becomes heavy with worries, it's easy to forget that there is a higher power that stands ready to take on the burdens we carry. You are not meant to carry them alone. The key to peace lies in recognizing this truth. Give it to God. Surrender your concerns to the divine, and free your mind from the overwhelming weight of fear and uncertainty. We often find ourselves consumed by the thoughts of what could go wrong, what we have yet to fix, or how things may unfold. But in doing so, we create our own prison. The act of worrying only serves to reinforce the illusion that we are in control. The truth is, you are not in control of everything, and that is a blessing. Control can bind you, but surrendering can free. You are a creation of divine purpose, and the source of all things is within you. When you align with this truth, you understand that you don't have to do it all by yourself. You can release the anxiety and trust in divine timing, knowing that every step is guided by a higher intelligence. It is through trust, through giving your worries to God, that you step into a space of complete peace. Think of the countless moments when you worried and the outcome still arrived in ways you could not have imagined. Do you not see that these moments are proof of the divine intelligence that guides you, even in your uncertainty? When you choose to trust in God, you stop resisting the flow of life. And that's when the true miracles happen. The mind is powerful, and it creates realities based on what it holds on to. But when you let go of the worries, when you release the desire to control outcomes, your mind becomes clear and open to inspiration, to solutions, to divine intervention. The more you give it to God, the more you make room for divine creativity to work in your life. You open the door to peace, to guidance, to clarity. The universe listens to the energy you project. When you carry worry, you create more of it. But when you surrender and trust, you begin to attract solutions, opportunities, and the things you need to bring about the life you desire. You stop fighting against the flow and instead allow it to carry you where you are meant to go. This is not a passive act, it is an active choice to trust. It is the choice to shift your perspective from fear to faith. Faith in the divine order, faith in your inherent worth, faith in the path that is unfolding before you, even when you cannot see it clear. Release your grip on the outcome. Let it go. Allow God to handle what you cannot. In this act of surrender, you will find freedom. Your mind will be free of the weight of worry, and you will begin to see life unfolding in ways you could never have planned. You are not alone in this journey. God is with you. Each worry that you release becomes a step closer to peace, a step closer to understanding that everything is working out for your good. Trust in the process, trust in the divine intelligence, and give it to God. The moment you let go, you are met with the freedom and peace you have been seeking all along. As you continue to walk through life, it's easy to find yourself trapped in cycles of uncertainty, overwhelmed by the demands of the world around you. The pressures of work, family, health, and all the things we feel responsible for can easily weigh us down. We begin to question every decision, every action, and every possibility. What if it's too late? What if I don't have what it takes? What if these questions, though natural, can lead you into a state of constant worry, robbing you of your peace and the clarity you need to move forward? But here's the reality: none of this worry serves you. Worrying does not change your circumstances, nor does it make you stronger. In fact, it weakens your ability to handle challenges because it clouds your mind and heart. But there is another way, a way that doesn't involve carrying all of this on your own shoulders. You were never meant to. You were never meant to be burdened by every challenge that comes your way. Life is not a test of your endurance alone, but a journey to discover that you are part of something much greater than yourself. There is a divine plan, a cosmic order, and a force greater than any worry or obstacle that you could ever face. That force, that divine intelligence, is always there, ready to guide you, protect you, and support you. And you are invited to trust it. When you choose to surrender your worries to God, you open yourself to the full power of the divine. You recognize that the weight you feel is not yours to carry alone. You are a co-creator in this world, but there is a force that is working on your behalf, orchestrating the outcomes in ways that you may not understand in the moment. Your mind, clouded by worry, cannot always see the bigger picture. But when you allow yourself to release the burden, to trust the process, you align yourself with that higher intelligence. You allow the divine to lead, and you step into a space of peace, knowing that what is meant for you will find its way. It's important to understand that giving it to God doesn't mean sitting idly by. It doesn't mean that you give up on your goals or stop taking action in your life. It simply means that you stop carrying the weight of every possible outcome. You let go of the need to control every detail, and instead you begin to act with faith. You take inspired action, you do your part, but you trust that the outcome is already decided. The divine already knows the way, and it is always leading you to your highest good. Imagine for a moment that you could release the need to control everything. Imagine that instead of worrying about all the things that might go wrong, you could trust that things are going to work out exactly as they should. The peace that would come from this shift would be unparalleled. No more sleepless nights, no more anxiety-filled days, no more second-guessing your decisions. You are free to live fully, free to love more deeply, free to follow the guidance that comes to you. When you stop worrying, you allow the energy of peace to enter your life, and with it, the clarity to make better decisions and the strength to face whatever challenges may arise. Worrying is a form of resistance. It is your mind fighting against what is. But the truth is, everything is happening exactly as it is meant to. The universe is unfolding in divine timing, and your life is a part of that perfect design. Even the difficulties, the struggles, and the obstacles have a purpose. They are not there to punish you, but to shape you, to guide you toward your higher self. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to trust in a power greater than yourself. But if you hold on tightly to worry, you block the flow of divine energy. You cannot receive the answers, the solutions, or the blessings that are waiting for you. You cannot hear the whispers of guidance when you are constantly wrapped up in fear. This is why letting go of worry is so powerful. When you give it to God, you open up space for divine wisdom to flow through you. You allow inspiration to come into your heart, and you create the conditions for miracles to manifest in your life. Imagine the possibilities when you stop worrying about how things will unfold and instead focus on doing what is in your power with faith. You do not need to have every step of the plan figured out. You only need to trust that the path will be shown to you when you are ready. It's important to understand that you are not powerless in this process. Giving it to God is not a passive act. It is an active choice to trust. It is a choice to surrender the need to control, to accept that some things are beyond your understanding, and to have faith that everything is unfolding in divine order. It is through this trust that you become empowered. You align with the divine flow, and in doing so you are guided to the right actions at the right time. It is a good thing to go unguided to the right actions at the right time. It's not just your life begins to take on a new momentum, one that is fueled by faith rather than fear. And let's not forget the power of prayer. Prayer is not just a request, it is a conversation with the divine. It is a moment of connecting with the higher power within you, and it is an opportunity to release all of your burdens. When you pray, you are not simply asking for help, you are affirming that you trust in divine intervention. You are acknowledging that you do not have to do it alone. You are inviting the divine to take over, to guide you, to protect you, and to show you the way. And at the same time, the divine is protecting and to show you the way. Prayer is an act of surrender, an act of allowing. And in that act of surrender, you create the space for miracles to happen. As you let go of your worries, you begin to shift your focus. You no longer focus on what might go wrong, but on what you are creating. You begin to trust in your own power, in the divine force within you, and in the support that is always available to you. You begin to see that you are not at the mercy of your circumstances, but that you are co-creating your reality with a higher power. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and helping you navigate the challenges of life. This is the power of surrender. It is not weakness, but strength. It is the strength to trust in something greater than yourself. It is the courage to let go of the need to control, and the faith to believe that all things are working together for your good. When you give it to God, you free your mind from the burden of worry, and you make room for divine guidance to lead you to where you are meant to go. The path ahead of you is not always clear, and sometimes it may feel uncertain, but in those moments, remember that the divine is guiding you. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When you release the worries and fears, you free your mind to see the opportunities before you and to take inspired action toward your dreams. You no longer need to be overwhelmed by the unknown. You can trust that the answers will come, the solutions will arise, and the blessings will unfold. You are never alone in this journey. The divine is with you every step of the way. As you walk through the unfolding journey of life, you will undoubtedly encounter moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. These are not signs of weakness, nor are they evidence of failure. Rather, they are a part of the human experience, an opportunity to discover a deeper, more trusting connection with the divine. These moments are not meant to break you, but to remind you that there is something greater than yourself at play. And in those moments, when the weight of your worries feels unbearable, you are given a choice to hold on tightly or to release and trust. Consider for a moment the immense power you possess when you choose to trust. Trust is not something that can be seen with the physical eyes. It is a knowing that transcends logic and reason. It is a quiet certainty in the heart that all is well, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. Trust is the language of the soul. It is a surrender to the understanding that not every step of the journey needs to be understood right now. When you begin to truly give it to God, you are tapping into this profound trust. You are saying, I do not need to have control over everything. I surrender my worries and my anxieties to a higher power, knowing that I am held, supported, and guided in every moment. You are giving yourself permission to stop fighting against the flow of life. Instead of pushing, resisting, and trying to manage every detail, you allow the divine to step in and work its magic. The moment you release your grip on the need to control, you open the door to receiving the gifts that are already waiting for you. It is important to recognize that this release is not a sign of giving up. Far from it. Giving it to God is an act of profound faith. It is a declaration that you believe in the unseen, in a force greater than your own limited understanding. When you trust in the divine order, you stop making decisions based on fear and anxiety. You stop letting the weight of your worries dictate your actions, and instead you begin to move forward with a calm assurance that you are walking the path that is meant for you. This act of surrender does not mean inaction. It is not about sitting back and waiting for life to happen to you. No, it is about allowing yourself to be guided, to be open to inspiration, and to take the necessary steps with confidence. The divine will never leave you stagnant, but as you stop worrying, as you let go of your need to control every outcome, you will find that the right actions present themselves to you. You will be guided to the next step with a quiet clarity, free from the noise of doubt and fear. Life has a way of showing you that your worries are often misplaced. When you look back on the times when you were consumed by anxiety, can you not see how often things turned out differently than you had imagined? The moments of greatest growth often come from those experiences where you had no idea how things would unfold, but when they did, they unfolded perfectly. This is the proof of the divine hand at work in your life. It is the evidence that there is a plan, even when you cannot see it in the moment. The more you surrender, the more you begin to see this divine order at work. You begin to understand that worrying serves no purpose other than to keep you trapped in the illusion of control. Your worries are a distraction from the present moment, and the present moment is all that exists. In the now you can experience peace. In the now you can experience joy. But when you are lost in the what-ifs of the future or the should-haves of the past, you miss the beauty that is right in front of you. And the mystery of life, which is the should-haves of the past, is greater than the mystery of life, which is the should-haves of the past. You miss the beauty that is right in front of you. Every moment that you spend worrying is a moment that you are taking away from your own peace. You begin to feel the weight lifting off your shoulders, and you can finally see that you are not alone in this journey. You are supported, you are loved, and you are never without guidance. One of the most beautiful things about surrendering your worries to God is that it allows you to align with your true nature. Your true nature is one of peace, of love, and of trust. When you live in alignment with your true self, you step into the fullness of your potential. You stop allowing external circumstances to define you. Instead, you become a vessel for divine love and light, radiating that energy outward into the world. Think about it. When you are at peace, you are a magnet for all that you desire. When you stop worrying about how things will unfold, you open up to the infinite possibilities of life. The divine will guide you to the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances. But when you are bogged down by worry, you cannot hear the whispers of guidance. You cannot see the signs that are right in front of you. You are too distracted by your fears to notice the blessings that are already making their way to you. This is why it is so important to give it to God. When you release your worries, you allow yourself to be in tune with the rhythm of the universe. You stop resisting the flow of life and instead you begin to flow with it. You trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and you allow yourself to be guided every step of the way. You may not always understand why things are happening the way they are, but you trust that there is a reason, a purpose, and a divine plan behind it all. In the moments when you feel the urge to worry, remind yourself that you are not in this alone. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are supported by the divine, and you are guided by the infinite wisdom of the universe. When you give it to God, you are acknowledging that you are not in control, but that you are part of a larger, more beautiful plan that is unfolding exactly as it should. You can release the burden of worry and embrace the peace that comes with trust. When you allow yourself to trust in the divine, you stop trying to force things to happen. Instead, you begin to act with inspired intention. You begin to take steps in alignment with your higher purpose, knowing that each action is guided by a force greater than your own understanding. You begin to live with an open heart and an open mind, ready to receive the blessings that are waiting for you. You trust that the right opportunities will come to you and that everything you need will be provided. The power of surrender lies in the freedom it brings. When you let go of your worries, you free yourself from the chains that hold you captive. You no longer need to fight against the current of life. Instead, you begin to flow with it, trusting that the divine is leading you exactly where you need to go. You are no longer bogged down by the need to control every aspect of your life. You are free to live, to love, and to experience the world in its fullness. The practice of giving it to God is not a one-time act. It is a continual choice that you make every day. Each time you feel the weight of worry pressing down on you, you can choose to release it. You can choose to trust in the divine, knowing that you are held in the embrace of something greater. Every time you let go, you step into a space of greater peace, greater clarity, and greater possibility. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to trust, to release, and to live in the flow of divine guidance. So remember this, you are never alone. You do not have to carry the weight of worry on your own. Give it to God and free your mind from the endless cycle of fear and doubt. Trust in the divine and allow yourself to be led to the life that is waiting for you. Every worry that you let go of is a step closer to the peace that you seek. You are not alone in this journey. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and showing you the way. When you look at the world around you, there's a consistent rhythm that pulses through everything, through nature, through the changing seasons, and through the cycles of the universe. This rhythm is perfect, and it is governed by laws that operate independently of human understanding. Just like the earth rotates around the sun without interruption, or the tides rise and fall in perfect harmony, there is an underlying divine order to your life. This is where you must place your trust, for within this cosmic flow lies the answer to your deepest questions and worries. Each time you experience worry, it's a sign that you've stepped away from this natural order. Worry is the human mind trying to control what is beyond its control. It's the ego's attempt to hold on to something that can't be held on to. Yet worry doesn't bring peace or resolution. It only serves to create turmoil within. But peace comes from surrender, from the acknowledgement that you are not alone in your struggles, and that the divine is always present, gently guiding you, even when you can't see it. As you give it to God, you are allowing yourself to flow back into alignment with the natural order. You are not abandoning responsibility, nor are you avoiding action. On the contrary, you are acknowledging that there is wisdom in the unknown, that there is purpose even in uncertainty. When you trust in the divine plan, you trust that your actions will align with that greater purpose, and that you will be guided to the next step in your journey, even when it is not immediately clear. Consider the nature of a seed. It is planted in the earth, surrounded by darkness, and it appears as if it is doing nothing. But under the surface, something is happening. It is being nourished, cultivated, and prepared for growth. In time, when the conditions are right, the seed sprouts and begins to grow toward the light. The seed has no control over the process. It must trust the earth, the water, the air, and the sun, knowing that these forces will work together to bring it to life. Your life operates in much the same way. When you surrender your worries to the divine, you are like that seed. You may not always see the progress that is being made behind the scenes, but know that things are always working in your favor. When you are not constantly trying to manage every detail, you give yourself the space to grow, to evolve, and to unfold into the person you are meant to be. Worry can only arise when the ego believes that it has the power to control outcomes. It comes from the belief that if you don't intervene, something will go wrong. But this belief is rooted in fear, not truth. The truth is that you are a part of a divine design, and everything is unfolding according to that design. When you give it to God, you release the illusion of control and acknowledge that the divine is the ultimate architect of your life. And just as the seed trusts the earth to nourish it, you must trust the divine to nourish and guide you through every step of your journey. The key to understanding the power of surrender is realizing that it is not a passive act. Surrendering your worries does not mean giving up on life, nor does it mean being passive in the face of challenges. It simply means choosing to step out of the way of the divine flow, allowing it to guide your actions and responses. It means choosing trust over doubt, faith over fear. It means acknowledging that while you may not have control over every circumstance, you have the power to choose your attitude and your response. And in this choice, you unlock your inner strength. This inner strength is cultivated when you allow yourself to rest in the knowledge that all is as it should be. Yes, there will be moments of difficulty, but they are not signs of failure. They are invitations for growth, opportunities for your spiritual and personal development. Each challenge is an opportunity for you to choose how you respond. When you surrender your worries, you create the mental and emotional space to receive the divine guidance that is always available to you. Think of the way you would treat a dear friend who is in need. If they were troubled by worries, you would reassure them that they are not alone, that they are supported and loved, and that everything will work out in the end. You would encourage them to trust in the process and to have faith that they will make it through. Now, extend that same compassion to yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to others. You are worthy of that compassion, worthy of trusting that the divine is working in your favor. You are not alone in your struggles, and you do not need to carry the burden of worry. When you decide to give it to God, you are choosing peace over chaos, trust over fear, and love over worry. You are allowing the divine to take the reins, trusting that you are being led to exactly where you need to be, even if you cannot yet see the path clearly. This act of surrender frees you from the weight of expectations, from the pressures of trying to control every aspect of your life. It seems you have no choice but to accept that you are now in the arms of the greatest wish of your life, which is your correct path, which I've called the choice of. You stop trying to force things to happen, and instead you allow them to unfold naturally, in their own time. This doesn't mean that you stop taking action. On the contrary, when you give it to God, you open yourself to inspired action. You allow yourself to be guided by intuition, by the whispers of the divine, and by the wisdom that comes from within. Instead of reacting out of fear or anxiety, you begin to act with clarity, with purpose, and with confidence. When you stop worrying about how things will turn out, you free your mind to focus on what you can do in the present moment to align with your highest good. There is a power in the present moment that is often overlooked. We spend so much of our time worrying about the future or regretting the past that we forget that the only moment that truly matters is now. When you give it to God, you return to the present moment. You stop living in the past or the future, and you begin to experience life as it is in its fullness. The future will unfold on its own, and the past is already gone. All that you have is the present moment, and it is in this moment that you can choose to trust. When you give it to God, you align yourself with the flow of life. You let go of the resistance that comes from trying to control every aspect of your existence. You surrender the worry, the fear, the doubt, and the anxiety, and you replace them with trust, faith, and peace. This is not a passive act, but an active decision to choose the divine over the ego, peace over worry, and love over fear. And this act of surrender, you open yourself up to the blessings that are already on their way to you. You allow yourself to experience life as it was meant to be experienced, free from the chains of worry, free from the need to control, and free to trust in the divine timing of your journey. When you make the decision to stop worrying, it's important to recognize that this is not merely about pushing aside your fears and anxieties for a moment of relief. It is not simply putting them under the surface for a later time when they may resurface again. Giving your worries to God is not a temporary escape. It is a deep, transformative surrender. It's allowing the divine presence to permeate every part of you, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you trust the process, you are placing yourself in the hands of a force far greater than any individual struggle you may face. This trust does not imply inaction. It does not mean that you sit idly by while the world moves around you. It means you act with faith, guided by a higher wisdom that knows what's best for you, even when you cannot see it yourself. When you release your worries, you begin to see more clearly. You allow yourself to move freely through life, no longer weighed down by the fear of what may or may not happen. The divine will always guide you, but only if you let go of the belief that you must control everything. You let go of the anxiety about potential outcomes, the fear of failure, and the constant wondering if you are doing enough. And instead you act with the confidence that comes from knowing that what is meant for you is already on its way. At times you may not even fully understand the reason for a challenge or a setback. You may find yourself questioning the timing of things, wondering why certain things have not yet materialized. But it is precisely in these moments that you must trust more deeply than ever before. You cannot see the entire picture, but the divine sees all. The delays, the setbacks, the seemingly unanswered prayers, they are all part of a greater plan that you cannot fully comprehend from your current vantage point. When you stop worrying, you stop fighting the natural course of events. You let go of the resistance that only serves to prolong the journey, and you allow things to unfold as they should. Think of a river flowing endlessly toward the ocean. It does not resist the current, nor does it question the path it must take. It simply moves, trusting in the direction it is being guided. Even when there are rocks or obstacles in the way, the river does not fight against them. Instead, it flows around them, finding its way toward the ocean. You are that river. Your worries are like rocks placed in your path, but when you trust the flow of the divine current, you can navigate any obstacle with ease. You may not know how things will work out, but you can be sure that they will. And when they do, you will be exactly where you are meant to be. Each worry you let go of is like a stone you place down, and as you do, you begin to feel the weight of those burdens lifting. You can breathe easier, think clearer, and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Worry clouds your mind and makes it harder to take clear, inspired action. But when you stop worrying and give it to God, you free your mind to receive divine guidance. You begin to operate not from a place of fear and scarcity, but from a place of peace and abundance. You are no longer trying to force things into being, but rather you are allowing them to manifest in their own time and in the perfect way. And it's important to remember that giving it to God is not about passively waiting for something to happen, but about taking proactive steps in the direction of your desires, with the knowledge that the divine will align everything for you. You act as if you already have everything you need because you know that the universe will provide. This is not a denial of the reality of your circumstances, but rather an acceptance that there is a higher power at work, one that is infinitely more capable than your limited understanding. When you give it to God, you surrender your limited view of what is possible, and open yourself to the limitless potential that lies within the divine. You do not need to worry about how things will unfold. That is not your job. Your job is to trust, to believe, and to align your thoughts and actions with the truth of who you are. You are a divine creation, and as such you have the power to co-create your reality with the divine, but this requires you to trust in the process. It requires you to believe that everything you need will come to you in perfect timing. Worry only creates resistance. It holds you back from stepping into the full power of your potential. When you surrender your worries, you are making a conscious decision to stop living in the realm of what if, and to instead live in the realm of what is. You stop projecting your fears and anxieties onto the future and start embracing the present moment. The present is all that you truly have, and it is in this moment that the divine is acting in your life. Your mind cannot hold on to two things at once. It cannot hold on to the fear of what might happen and also receive the divine guidance that is here for you now. So when you let go of your worries, you make room for divine wisdom to enter. This does not mean you become passive or resigned to whatever happens. Far from it. It means that you take action from a place of clarity and alignment, knowing that your efforts are in harmony with the divine will. It means acting with courage, knowing that you are supported in all that you do. And it means trusting that the results will unfold in a way that serves your highest good, even when it doesn't look like what you expected. The universe does not always operate in the ways you think it will, but it always operates in the ways that are best for you, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. You do not have to figure it all out. You do not need to know the how or the when or the why. When you stop worrying, you stop overthinking and second-guessing every decision. You allow the divine to guide you, and you trust that the next step will always be revealed. Your job is simply to be present, to take the next right action, and to trust that everything is working out for your good. In this surrender, you find your true strength. The strength that comes from knowing that you are not alone, that you are never without guidance, and that every moment is an opportunity for you to grow and evolve. Worry steals that strength. It makes you believe that you are small, weak, and powerless. But the truth is that you are strong beyond measure, capable of handling any challenge that comes your way, and supported by a divine presence that is always with you. When you give it to God, you step into that strength. You stop seeing yourself as a small, separate being and start recognizing yourself as a divine expression of the Creator. As you walk through life with this new awareness, you begin to notice that things start to fall into place with more ease. Opportunities present themselves, challenges become easier to overcome, and your mind becomes clearer. You are no longer bogged down by the weight of worry and doubt. Instead, you move through life with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that the divine is working on your behalf in ways you cannot always see. When you make the decision to stop worrying and give it to God, you are making a powerful declaration that you trust in the divine timing of your life. You are saying that you trust the universe to bring you what you need at the right time and in the perfect way. You are trusting that you are always in the right place at the right time, and that everything you need is already on its way. This is not a passive acceptance of your circumstances, but an active choice to trust in the divine order of things and to take inspired action from a place of peace and confidence. In this surrender, you find the peace that you've been searching for. It's not a peace that comes from controlling your circumstances, but a peace that comes from knowing that you are part of something much greater than yourself. You are part of a divine plan. And when you trust in that plan, you free yourself from the grip of worry. And as you walk this path, you will see that the worries you once held so tightly to will dissolve. And in their place will come a deep sense of peace, trust, and knowing that everything is always working out for your highest good. As you continue to surrender your worries, something remarkable begins to happen within you. You start to realize that the weight you've been carrying, the constant pressure of trying to control every outcome, was never yours to bear in the first place. The belief that everything depends on you is a heavy burden to carry, but when you let go and trust in something greater, you lighten your load. The very act of surrendering frees your heart and mind from the tight grip of fear and uncertainty. Go and claim the binding law of good health and wellness. You go to claim the great fear of illness. You claim the binding law of good health and uncertainty. All that surrounds you. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves are powerful and they are crashing against the shore. Each wave represents a worry, an anxiety, or a fear. For years, you may have tried to control these waves, to predict when they would come and how strong they would be. You may have tried to stand against them, only to be knocked down time and time again. But now you realize that you don't have to fight the waves. You don't have to try and stop them. Instead, you can simply step back and allow the waves to move on their own. The ocean will continue to flow whether you resist or not. And so will your life. The more you fight against the waves of worry, the more exhausted you become. But when you choose to trust, when you choose to let go, the waves, they pass you by, and you remain standing firm, calm, and composed, knowing that you are supported by a force far greater than any challenge you face. This shift in perspective is not just about mental relief. It is a profound transformation in how you interact with life itself. When you stop worrying, you stop living in the future, and you stop letting the past control you. Worry is rooted in the fear of the unknown, the fear of things going wrong, of things not turning out as you hope. But when you give it to God, you release the need to control the outcome. You step into a space where the future is no longer a source of stress and the past no longer holds you back. You are fully present in this moment, and that's where the power lies. It's in the present that you find peace. When you stop worrying, you stop projecting into a future that doesn't yet exist, and you stop replaying past events that cannot be changed. The more you focus on the now, the more you recognize that everything you need is already available to you. All the resources, all the opportunities, all the solutions, they are here, in this moment, and by trusting in the divine flow, you allow yourself to be guided to them without resistance, without doubt, and without fear. Worry is the opposite of trust. When you worry, you create a mental block that prevents you from seeing the truth of your situation. Worry keeps you trapped in the illusion of lack, in the belief that something is missing, that something is wrong, that you are not enough. But when you let go of worry, you open yourself up to the reality of abundance, to the truth that you have everything you need right now, in this very moment. You may not always see it with your physical eyes, but when you trust in the divine, you begin to recognize that your true needs are always met in perfect timing. Letting go of worry is also an act of self-love. It is an acknowledgement that you deserve peace, that you are worthy of being free from anxiety and fear. When you carry the weight of worry, you are telling yourself that you do not trust your own worth, that you do not believe you are capable of handling what comes your way. But when you release that burden, you are telling yourself that you believe in your own strength, your own resilience, and your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. You are telling yourself that you are deserving of peace, of happiness, of fulfillment, and of divine guidance. This shift towards trust and peace opens the door to your highest potential. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to act with clarity, purpose, and confidence, because you are no longer clouded by fear or doubt. Your decisions become inspired, aligned with the divine will, and you take each step knowing that you are walking in the right direction. When you trust, you take action without the constant questioning of whether you are making the right choice. You trust that the path is unfolding as it should, and that each decision is part of a larger divine plan. Trusting and surrendering to the divine doesn't mean that you never face challenges. Life will always present obstacles. But when you stop worrying, you face these challenges with a sense of calm and clarity. You no longer feel defeated by difficult situations because you know that they are simply part of the process. You know that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to strengthen your trust in the divine and in yourself. And when you do face challenges, you are better equipped to handle them because your mind is clear, your heart is open, and your faith is unwavering. Worry is the result of an underlying belief that you are not in control, and that can feel uncomfortable. But the truth is, you were never meant to control everything. Control is an illusion. You cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or the timing of events. But you can control how you respond to life. When you do this, you reclaim your power. You realize that the true source of strength is not in control, but in surrender. The divine is in control, and when you align yourself with that divine power, you become an unstoppable force. You become a vessel through which miracles can flow. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you fill it with worry, you create a cycle of negativity and fear. But when you fill it with trust and faith, you open yourself up to the abundant possibilities that await you. Trust is the foundation upon which all things are built. It is the cornerstone of your success, your peace, and your happiness. The more you trust, the more you align with the divine flow, and the more you will see the world around you reflect that trust. As you continue to let go of worry and surrender to the divine, you will notice that your life begins to change in ways you could never have imagined. You will experience more peace, more joy, and more opportunities than you ever thought possible. And it will not come from your efforts, your hard work, or your struggle. It will come from your willingness to trust, to let go, and to align yourself with the divine plan. In every moment you have a choice, to worry or to trust. Worry keeps you locked in a mental prison, while trust opens the doors to freedom. When you choose trust, you are choosing to step into the flow of divine abundance, to release the need for control, and to embrace the peace that comes from knowing that everything is always working out for your highest good. And as you continue to trust, you will find that worry no longer has a place in your life. It will fall away, and in its place will come a deep, abiding peace, a sense of clarity and purpose, and the unwavering knowledge that you are always supported by the divine. When you stop worrying, you not only transform your present moment, but also create the foundation for a future filled with peace and fulfillment. Worry is an unconscious way of resisting what is, and it distracts you from the present. It takes you out of the flow of life, filling your mind with endless concerns about what might go wrong. This is a distortion of your true nature. You are not meant to live in a constant state of fear or anxiety. You are meant to live in alignment with the divine, fully trusting that whatever unfolds is part of a greater plan. The more you trust, the more you connect to the abundance of the universe. The universe is constantly supporting you, always aligning with your highest good. But when you worry, you resist that support. Worry is a way of saying, I don't believe that things are working out for me. But when you release that worry, when you stop trying to control every detail, you open up space for the divine to step in. You allow things to unfold naturally, without forcing, without stressing, and without the constant pressure of trying to make everything fit into your desired timeline. Your worries are a reflection of your attachment to a particular outcome. When you give it to God, you let go of the need to dictate the course of events. You trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and everything is happening for your growth and benefit. One of the most profound shifts you will experience when you stop worrying is the deep sense of freedom that comes with letting go of control. The desire to control is rooted in the belief that if you don't, things will go wrong. You believe that your involvement is necessary to ensure a positive outcome. But this belief is limiting. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. When you surrender control, you let go of the anxiety that comes with trying to control the uncontrollable. You release the need to micromanage every situation. You acknowledge that life has its own rhythm, and sometimes the best thing you can do is to trust that rhythm and follow where it leads. This shift from worry to trust allows you to begin seeing life through a different lens. Instead of perceiving challenges as threats, you start to see them as opportunities for growth and transformation. Every challenge becomes a chance to practice trust, to remind yourself that you are not alone, that divine support is always with you. You no longer fear the unknown because you know that it is within the unknown where miracles happen. And you trust that even in moments of uncertainty, everything is working out for your highest good. The more you practice surrendering your worries, the more you align with your higher self. You become more connected to the divine wisdom that resides within you. Your intuition becomes clearer, and you begin to feel guided in every decision you make. There is a flow to life, and when you stop resisting it, you begin to move with that flow instead of against it. When you trust in the divine plan, you no longer need to force or control situations. You allow them to unfold naturally, knowing that everything will happen at the right time and in the right way. One of the most powerful aspects of releasing worry is that it opens you up to receive. When you are consumed by worry, you block yourself from the abundance that is already present in your life. You are so focused on what might go wrong that you miss the opportunities, the gifts, and the blessings that are right in front of you. You become open to receiving not just the material things you may desire, but the intangible gifts as well. Peace, love, joy, and the confidence that you are always supported. Trust is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. It is the force that connects you to the divine source. When you trust, you are acknowledging that you are a part of something far greater than yourself. You no longer feel isolated or alone. You understand that you are always held, always guided, and always loved. But when you surrender, you remember that you are not alone. You are deeply connected to the infinite wisdom and love that governs the universe. Worry keeps you in a state of disconnection. It is a form of resistance to the flow of life. The more you worry, the more you separate yourself from the divine plan. But when you let go, you release that resistance and you align with the flow of life. You begin to experience the peace that comes from being in harmony with the universe. You understand that you do not need to fight against life. Life is not an enemy. Life is your partner, working with you to bring you closer to your dreams, to your highest potential. The more you trust, the more your life becomes an expression of divine will. You begin to attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances. Things that once seemed impossible begin to unfold with ease. Doors that were once closed open effortlessly, and you realize that you were never meant to struggle. Struggle is a result of resistance. When you stop resisting, life flows effortlessly, and the divine gifts you with what you need at every moment. It's not that life is suddenly perfect or free from challenges, but rather that you face those challenges with peace and confidence. You no longer feel overwhelmed because you know that you are being supported every step of the way. Surrendering to God and letting go of worry does not mean that you no longer take action or that you abandon responsibility. It means that you act from a place of trust and faith. You take inspired action, not out of fear or urgency, but from a place of alignment. You do not feel rushed or pressured. You know that your actions are in harmony with the greater plan, and you trust that you are moving in the right direction. You come from within with the optimism of a prophet, and suddenly the world becomes Thomas. Now, you begin to feel more in tune with your own inner guidance, and you trust it more deeply. Your intuition becomes clearer as you stop filling your mind with the noise of worry. Instead of second-guessing yourself, you trust the feelings and impressions that arise within you. These inner nudges are the divine whispers guiding you toward your highest. You know that by trusting yourself and the divine plan, you are always on the right path, even if that path doesn't always look the way you imagined. The practice of letting go of worry is one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. It is a practice of trust, faith, and alignment. The more you do it, the more you experience the peace that comes from knowing that everything is working out for you. Worry keeps you in a state of tension, fear, and resistance. But trust opens you up to the flow of life. It is through trust that you step into your true power, and it is through trust that you align with your divine purpose. As you continue on this journey of letting go of worry and trusting in the divine, you will begin to see profound changes in your life. The challenges that once seemed overwhelming will no longer have the same power over you. You will face them with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that you are supported and guided every step of the way. You will become more attuned to the flow of life, more in tune with your inner wisdom, and more at peace with. And as you let go of worry, you will realize that everything you need is already here. The divine is always at work in your life, and when you stop resisting, you open yourself up to the endless possibilities that await you. Letting go of worry and giving it to God is not merely an act of surrender, but a powerful choice to align yourself with the divine flow of life. By trusting in the greater plan, you release the burdens of fear and control, allowing peace to take root within your heart. The universe is always supporting you, and as you stop resisting, you open the doors to endless possibilities and blessings. It's mine. You are not alone in your struggles. Divine guidance is always available, and with trust, your path becomes clear and filled with abundant opportunities. When you choose trust over worry, you unlock the peace and power that reside within you, and you step confidently into the life you are meant to live.